Knock, knock, knock. Is this thing on? Hey, what's up, everybody? Ty from AGI Pro DJ. We're doing our 4th episode of AGI Pro DJ After Hours. And we got a couple of guests here today. And we're going to talk about creating some opportunities for DJing while everything is closed, where we actually make our money. Nightclubs, bars, wedding venues, basically nobody can get together and gather in large groups, and therefore, for the most part, people have felt like we don't need DJs to provide entertainment, and a couple of our customers have had some experience keeping themselves busy and making a little bit of money on the side. And I want to bring in DJ Elements. Lance, how's it going, man? See, can we hear Lance? Click you're muted.
Mike, there we go. Muted. Sorry about
Perfect. That. That's all right. There we go. So Lance, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a DJ in Sacramento, California. I DJ for the Sacramento Kings and nightclubs, weddings, high schools, middle schools, you name it. So once this happened, everything just came to a dead halt.
A screeching halt.
As far as income goes and gigging. So, yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I'm also a DJ on a radio station out here in Sacramento called KSFM 102.5, and I'm on there every Friday still. So that's good.
Right on, right on. Cool. And then let's introduce everybody to DJ Ammunition.
What's up? What's up?
San Antonio, right?
Yes, sir. San Antonio, Texas. Born and raised. I DJ at a couple bars and clubs here too. Also on the radio, Kick Craddock morning show every other Monday.
Right on.
And yeah, mobile and club bar DJ.
And basically, you felt the same impact as everybody else has in our shoes, that everything just shut down.
Just stopped. Everything stopped. All of our weddings and corporate events, birthday parties, everything at first was just postponed because people were just scared and weren't going to be flown out, and then just eventually canceled.
Yep. Yeah, that's what we've seen. Is there were some delays, and then some delays, and then things just got worse and worse and worse, and then it's cancels and huge long delays. So it's kind of crazy how, and obviously it's affected a lot of different industries and a lot of different people in the world differently, but being as that, we're in the DJ business and you guys are our customers, we certainly hear from a lot of people the different pains that they've experienced since this all started. So but a couple of you guys have figured out how to make a little chicken while we're waiting this thing out, and for people to figure out how to get back to work. Lance, do you want to share what you've had some success with, and maybe some advice that you could share with everybody and give somebody some ideas?
Sure. When this started, I didn't know anything about live streaming at all. And I decided to look up some stuff and hear what other DJs were doing with live streaming. And so I actually just bought a green screen on Amazon for like $30 and started figuring out ways to make the background more captivating for the audience. And started live streaming. Of course, Instagram's going to take you down if you play something really popular. Yep. You can try adding in sound effects or talking. I know a lot of DJs say that they've been talking on the microphone more, and it breaks up the algorithm of how they trace that or whatnot. But yeah, I just been live streaming on IG, but mainly Twitch and Facebook Live now. And I've been using an application called Restream for that. Yep. And I always just tag my Venmo and Cash App. And a lot of friends and supporters have been tipping, requesting songs, stuff like that. But there is also a lot of DJs that hate requests. So if that's something that you absolutely hate, then I probably wouldn't recommend it because, but I mean, you could still go live and play whatever you want and
Right.
see if they want to just tip you because they're enjoying that set too.
Now, have you done anything for any businesses yet, or any kind of sponsored party or anything?
So there is a local nightclub that sponsored a couple of our streams. I was streaming with a DJ friend of mine earlier, and they were paying us. They had a budget, and they said, and I said, I'll take it. I can work with
Right.
any hundreds of dollars that you're willing to give out.
Right.
So we did that, and then we highlighted it was a nightclub, like a local nightclub that's closed.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's happening is a lot of people are trying to keep their brand alive right now. So nightclubs and DJs. So we put the nightclub's logo behind us and put sponsored by. And we also did flyers. I made flyers on Photoshop and just put live stream quarantine mix from home with DJ so-and-so and DJ Elements. And then I put sponsored by, and then I would tag the nightclub.
Yep.
And he was happy with that. And we got a lot of viewers. A lot of people tipped too. So it was like a double win.
Right on.
And I recently got reached out to by someone that works for Comcast, and they want me to put something together saying, how can you implement shouting us out into your DJ sets? What do your DJ sets look like? How many people are watching? Stuff like that.
Right.
So, but I haven't got to that yet, but I'm working on it.
Right on. Very cool. And then Steven, what's been working for you?
Well, I'm actually doing a lot of like curbside events. So one of the restaurants here, it's actually my Friday night residency. It's a basement bar in the evening, but it's a restaurant during the day. It's called a Smoke Barbecue Restaurant, and what they've been doing is just banging out awesome specials for people to go and just pick up food.
Yep.
So they'll set up a little checkpoint curbside, and I just set up my my turntables and speaker and just jam out, and just people just roll their windows down and just enjoy the music. It's kind of their get out from being stuck at home all day, and they can actually take kids too. So yeah, it just that I've kind of just aimed towards that. I was doing live streaming, like Lance was saying, it's a little difficult when you do live streaming because it's kind of a thing where you have to do the requests, because then you start to lose audience.
Right.
The DJ just goes on and does what they do. Typically, the viewers kind of drop a little bit. So
right.
And then live stream does have benefits. So you get tips, and then of course your friends and family can jam out to you.
Right.
So that, and I've also been doing trivia parties. So every Thursday I have a trivia party. It's with one of the DJs that I work with my mobile business.
Mm-hmm.
I just jam out. There's trivia. He does the hosting. He asks the questions and just kind of entertains everybody. I just play music.
Now, do you guys do like an actual digital trivia system, or is it just old school on cards? And
no, yeah, it's digital. He has a website, and he already has I think 20 to 30 questions in there. And it lasts, I think every session lasts about an hour and a half. Then, of course, they tip us. Mostly what will happen is like San Antonio Food Bank, so where I'm at, they'll sponsor that night. So basically people will donate to them to put towards a food bank, and then we get a little cut out of it. And either we donate it or we just share it.
Oh, right on. Very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity for everybody to help everybody out, I think.
Mm-hmm. Zoom parties also. I know he was mentioning Comcast. We've also done a couple corporate parties through Zoom. And then I've also DJ'd, I think, a elementary school. It was like they did like a good spelling bee contest, I guess, before everything got let out. So I did like a Zoom party for them. They had a lot of fun.
Oh, right on. Very cool.
Hey, I wanted to chime in with an idea that we were talking about earlier. Everybody hear me okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Talking about Zoom parties and the private party things, I think somebody should jump on the fitness tip as far as working with a fitness instructor, Zumba instructor, something like that, to do like a private Zoom where that instructor, either like charges a couple of bucks or something, and then you then provide the music in conjunction with their workouts.
Spin class, something like that.
Spin class, yeah. I mean, spin class might be hard to do over Zoom, but
yeah,
I just think that there's so much opportunity for guys that have hustle to get out there and get in front of, existing clients or new clients to promote themselves and to build business for going forward. We had another DJ that we wanted to get on with us tonight, but he's actually got booked to do an event right now. He's in the Bay Area, and he started a drive-up DJ service. So he goes to a neighborhood or a community and does like a little 30-minute pop-up block party.
That's cool.
And so he created his own website, and you basically click on it, and you request an appearance, and he basically, works it into his schedule, and he shows up and sets up his speakers, uses his wireless speaker system. I don't know if he's running off a generator or if he's plugging into the people's house, but
yeah. What's his DJ name at?
It's DJ. It was DJ Ryan O, and I think his. I don't know if it was drive up DJ. Actually, I've got it here. Hang on, let's see. I've got some content from him.
Oh, I see it. I'm on his Instagram. He's got a little street party on one of his videos but they're socially distancing, of course.
Right. And it's one of those things where it falls into the realm of like, it's definitely going to be probably more kid friendly, more, so he's leading the YMCA, and maybe they're doing the cha-cha slide or Cupid shuffle, just things to get like interactive, sort of, some guys will refer to it as the cheesy tricks of the trade, but at the same time, you're getting people active outside, and on the other side of it, you're getting your face out there.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen today, following a bunch of different DJs who are our customers, that are starting to put out, a post like, let us help you with your virtual wedding. Let us help with the
virtual prom,
virtual proms,
right.
Graduation parties. I don't know how much. They're going to need a DJ for some of those things, but if you're putting yourself out there as the guy with the information in your market on how to execute it and have it be good, I would say go for it.
Yeah,
totally. That's an awesome idea.
But anyway,
so
I'm gonna go back to my cave here.
Everything kind of hit quick. We all kind of, I guess, somewhat saw it coming, but we didn't really expect at that time for the bars and clubs to just completely stop.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could have imagined that it was just gonna. It was a couple of weeks and we were done. Like there was just nothing.
Yeah, and so the DJ is doing that's smart, because there are companies and birthday parties and a lot of the stuff that was already planned, and they don't know what to do. So they see him making a hire.
Talk about guys. What do I do with my deposits, and how do I write my contract so I don't have to give these people their money back? And I'm like, man, it just doesn't feel like good business. But it's just a lot of bad karma coming your way. And, in a normal situation where somebody cancels out an event, I can see trying to figure out how to protect that day that was, a big day that everybody wanted. But, in an event like this, it's required everybody to really pivot quickly.
Yeah.
To try to stay relevant. And, I don't know about you guys, but we're all going crazy. Everybody's stuck in their house, and everybody's tired of their kids and tired of their families. And, it's it'd be interesting what the divorce rate is when this is all over with.
Either divorce rate or a baby booming rate.
Or right? How many babies are born in 9 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hard to know.
So when I got hit up to do the curbside, I was ready to jump on it. Like it's kind of what Lance was saying. When he got that offer, making an income is definitely something we want to look at, but it's just kind of like you want to get out. You want to do something different than just a normal live stream. So getting out of the house and being able to actually DJ for people, being on a 2, 3, 4 week dry spell it was fun.
Yeah, so I can totally imagine, and I would probably be able to be bribed by couple of pounds of brisket or some barbecue just to come and play some tunes for an hour or something, just to break up the monotony of being inside the house all the time. So, and like I said, it's just keeping yourself relevant.
Keeping the brand alive.
Right. I suspect everything. I hope everybody's predictions that we're all going to bounce back quickly are accurate. Boy, I hope so. Have you guys? I mean, I assume both of you guys full-time DJs, right?
Yeah, time.
So your income just went just zero.
Totally.
Have either of you applied for or have any success in any of the like the CARES Act emergency funding or even like the pandemic unemployment?
No,
I haven't yet.
Have either of you applied?
No. No, I actually haven't because I'm just kind of skeptical what's going to happen next year once tax season hits. So this is actually, ironically, this like as of February was me jumping into full-time DJ. I always had a day job and then had the DJing, 3-4 nights out of the week or sometimes mobile events on Saturdays. So I was actually comfortable enough to be like, you know what, I'm doing full-time DJ, and then this hit. So yeah, I mean, luckily savings, and then I have my significant other, she has steady source of income and all that stuff. So we're all right for now, but kind of was putting off with the unemployment for a little bit.
You know, the unemployment thing's really interesting. I know most states have implemented unemployment for independent contractors, which is totally new. Most states have never had unemployment for independent contractors. I know, I mean, they're definitely, you're right, Stephen, they're going to tax you on it for sure. I know like in the state of Oregon, they give you an option when you apply that you can check a box to have them take a percentage out of both the federal and the state before you even see it, which is good because that, if you're not running things quite right with your finances, you could end up with some crazy tax owed at the end of the year next year. And it's probably something we should run another live stream about, and I think we will try to get one of those squeezed in the next couple of weeks. But there are definitely some programs out there, some that have run out of money and then come back and been funded again. But like at AGI Pro DJ, we applied for a PPP loan and actually got one, believe it or not.
Awesome.
Which was just lucky, and we've been able to keep all the staff, and we hadn't had to lay anybody off, which thank God. I guess just lucky, blessed timing. I don't know. I'm thankful that actually happened, but there's definitely a lot of options out there for people, and I think everybody could use at least some sources of information to help keep their finances and their home and their sanity on track. So
for sure.
Yeah.
So with the curbside DJing, did they contact you, or was that something that you brought up, like, hey, I would like to come DJ out there on the curbside when you do the orders and stuff?
No, so yeah, they actually contacted me because that's my Friday night residency is their basement bar. So they reached out to me. That the first time that they had me go do it was actually for their 5th year anniversary, which was on 4/20. And so what they actually did is their restaurant's on the corner of a block. So they basically had live acoustic, DJ number 1 was break dancers, then a pair of DJs and some more dancers and like a margarita bar. And then another set of dancers, robots, and then they had me. So people would drive around the whole block. It was just it was what they called a social distancing parade. And it made like I think 3 or 4 of our news outlets. So that's kind of where the branding just sticks out, because my table and everything had all my logo and everything on there, and so
for sure
came out pretty good.
Well, that's something that you can use that footage after the fact if there's footage of it, and you can put it up on your social media and use it to tie back into your business. So definitely, if you've DJs out there, if you guys have residencies or contacts that you've done events for, and there's a restaurant that's got that kind of setup where you could set up outside, reach out to those folks. So they might not be able to pay you your ideal rate, your going rate, but $50, $100 or $50 in trade. Again, anything you can get back outside of your house, do a little bit of DJing, play some music, connect with people. An opportunity to help out local restaurants. As we all know, our local favorite joints are all hurting big time right now. So
and I'm in Texas, so as of Friday, tomorrow, everything's supposed to reopen up at 25% capacity. So at least for like our DJs, we have a few that are kind of like bar restaurant vibes. We've had DJs already reaching out to them, just trying to, like, hey, you need somebody to play some music for you for a couple hours, $100 kind of thing. So.
So I've got that video package of your grand opening. I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna try and push it to the screen.
Okay.
Hope this works.
That'd be cool.
Does.
Andrew Bell said only new babies will be the parents who aren't already parents. That's a divorce rate right there.
Right. Right on.
Yeah, that was
Very
it.
cool.
It was pretty wild, pretty hot.
And I mean, for any DJs that are watching this, like if you have a relationship with a restaurant or a bar or even like a favorite taco spot, like tell them about this, because the way that they did it was basically they sold family meals, right? So it was a family meal. You order ahead of time, and then you had your time to come through and pick it up. I think for for a DJ in a market that's got a good population, you should be able to find a spot and say, hey, this formula is working. You just got to promote it, help them promote it, get in front of it, be like the lead guy to make it happen for them.
Yeah, definitely. And that event, they actually did all the curbside events, are sales, but that event they gave away 420 meals. So,
oh wow,
yeah, the people were going to be out there, and then actually going into the week after, and all their curbside, they're just booked. Like they're all sold out, all their orders. As soon as they open them for a couple hours, because boom, everybody saw that on the news, and they're like, hey, that food looked good, or we saw that they're giving away food and the fun. So.
Yep.
They came right back.
Like we've got a couple of spots here. We've got a barbecue joint. We've got a couple of really good burger spots. I mean, it's sort of a no-brainer execution if done right, and even at 25%, operational, if they open them up, that doesn't mean that they can't still pump out the to-go stuff.
Yeah.
And be the guy that leads them to it. Be their savior.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, a lot of those owners are not thinking past about 6 minutes in front of them right now. So, yeah, a little push in the right direction of, hey, this is my idea. It's not going to cost you much. Maybe show them, Steven's video and just say, hey, these folks gave away some food. I know that might be a little painful for you right now, but, look at what they got in return. Like you said, they're booked solid. So,
Did they promote that on the radio, or did they just have you guys push it, or what? How did they promote it on their socials? Probably.
Yeah, really just their socials, their Facebook. That. So that restaurant has had a lot of celebrities come through. We've had people like Khalid's been there, Michael Keaton's been there, all kinds of boxers. We've had basketball players. We did a Lakers after party there one time. So. Nice. It's like a go-to spot for a lot of celebs. So I guess in saying that, like their social, they have a good amount of following.
Right on.
So them just posting that, and then we have like kind of one small news outlet, like an online paper kind of news outlet, and they posted a story before, and after that it just popped off.
Right on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but locally here we've got a Facebook group that somebody started that has information about all of the local restaurants that were open for takeout and curbside. So, maybe join one of those groups and hit up some of those restaurants and say, do you guys need any co-marketing ideas?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You cannot just sit around and wait for it to come to you. It's it's not gonna happen. It's just like before, right? Like, you got to get out there and hustle.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Got to be creative.
Yep, for sure. Either one of you guys, anything else to input on the social distancing DJing before we zip to the next topics? I want to talk to Steven about his thoughts on the Rain 70.
Well, really quick, I just kind of wanted to ask y'all's kind of feeling on it. Like, let's say tomorrow everything goes back to normal, right? Now, it's not going to be tomorrow, but when it does,
right.
How are y'all going to feel being in the booth with people coming up to the booth, or just, I guess, yeah, is it going to be like,
yeah, be honest, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of
like the guy that wants to fist bump you, or you're like, no, that's cool, man. Yeah,
or buy you drinks at that. You know what I mean? Because get a lot of love and gratitude sometimes at night. So, like, I mean, is it going to make y'all feel a little bit more on edge, or is it just like, kind of brush it off?
I think until there's a vaccine, I don't think anybody's going to calm down at all.
Yeah,
I mean, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Unless we have that, what do they call that? The crowd immunity or whatever it is. If
herd immunity.
Herd immunity, yeah. If we ever hit that level, I don't know. But yeah. I'm with you, Stephen.
I'm probably gonna rock a mask.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I got some custom ones made, so I'm definitely gonna wear them out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the full respirators with like the P100 masks?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need to be wearing, right? It's two-way, almost 100% protection.
The 99.99%.
Yeah.
Sure. One.
Wear that to the grocery store, just freak everybody
out.
I've
seen it. I've seen a couple people walking into Walmart with that thing.
Full on hazmat suit.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's a good way to make people comfortable.
Make them feel safe, right?
So I got another thing too, is now from a DJ perspective, I guess what can we expect once the bars and clubs open, like rate wise? Because I've been in a couple groups and chatting with a couple of their DJ homies, and they're like, well, some bars and clubs, from what they used to pay, it's because they had a momentum going, so they were able to afford whatever they were paying their DJs weekly. Right. Now, when they first start off fresh, like first opening up, it's kind of a shot in the dark too. If there's going to be a lot of people, like if some of these bars are going to be packed out because people missed it, or do they not have enough money to go and enjoy themselves? So I guess what I'm trying to get at is, like, from a DJ's perspective, how do we take, like, if a bar or club comes at you and it's like, hey, we're actually going to have to cut a little bit of your pay for a little while, whatever. Like, that's something that we're going to have to be susceptible to, or like, nah, pass kind of thing?
Like you said, if they're in San Antonio or in Texas, if they're looking at, opening up with 25% capacity, that's 1/4 of the cover. That's 1/4 of the alcohol sold. That's 1/4 of the food sold. So if you normally get $400 a night, does that mean they're going to offer you $100?
Yeah.
And are you the guy that says, yeah, man, I'm with you. I will help you out. I will help you get back to 100%. There's definitely, I'm sure there are people that have had a relationship with a venue where they're all in, because you hope that the owner and the managers realize that you're taking a hit with them to get back to where you were.
Loyalty.
Yeah. And that loyalty, there's a lot of karma that goes with that too, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, and I would think that, with some of those venues, if they do come at you with, if you're making $400, we just use the round numbers, and they come at you with $100, I think it's to your best interest to get some sort of agreement in place that, like, hey, we're going to do this for 4 weeks at this price. If you can make it work for you, or maybe negotiate if you see an increase in liquor sales, maybe you can get a cut of that, or you can get a cut of, different bars and promoters kind of handle things differently. But
right.
I think if you can continue to help them to have positive growth while making a little less for now, you want to make sure that they still got your back, because what you don't want is them to think, well, we got this guy for $100 when it was slow and now it's busy, we're just going to take the next guy for $100 because that got it done, right? So
yeah,
you just got to.
that's a good point though. Make
You gotta make sure that you, and it's all going to depend on your relationships with whether it be the promoter or whether it be the, the venue owner or the bar owner or whatever, whoever's the responsible party that helps make that decision.
Yeah.
It's all going to be that relationship. If you've got a guy that thinks you're a hole because you run up a high drink tab and you run people out of his restaurant or his bar, you're not going to land that long-term deal.
Yeah, true. Gotcha. That's a good point.
It's probably going to be in steps too, like 25% capacity at first, and
then 50, and
5 months later 50, or who knows, hopefully 1 month later. I don't know.
That I was talking to an artist manager the other day, and he's been booked for 2 corporate events and a college event straight up virtually, like DJ'd from his house, from his studio. They sent a feed through Zoom. They plugged the Zoom into the meeting space sound system. That's not an unrealistic expectation for some venues, to be honest. And maybe if you can get that dialed in on your end, especially if you're like a video DJ. I know we saw Evan Weissman get everything set up with music video DJ TV, I think it's called. On
I've
Twitch.
been video mixing on Twitch.
Yeah, and that might be a path to take, and they're doing good at trying to get guys booked. So you might look into that, just see if you get an answer on, hey, if you still need me to DJ and I can DJ from home and just set this up so it feeds into your system, maybe that's the way to go.
Yeah.
And then honestly, if you've got 2 or 3 spots you work with on the regular and you say, hey, I'm going to do a live set from this time to this time, and if the formats work, maybe you get 3 bars to pay you in the same night.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty dope. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Tune into my Twitch channel, man.
Right.
What about and in that, so maybe if you can do a live stream when you're DJing. I realize there's a lot of technology involved in making some of this stuff happen, but what happens if you've got a venue that you DJ at and you can do video, or you can live stream at the same time? Can you get a liquor sponsor? Can you get a beer distributor? Can you get somebody to help offset your cost, and then they get branding in your live stream, brought to you by Smirnoff or whomever,
Yep.
And I guarantee you reach out to any of those liquor distributors, they're going to jump on it right now because they're also hurting. That's why they're doing liquor to go.
Yep.
And they're doing liquor orders now because they got to try to make sales too. So yeah, you get with the right people, we can get a sponsor real quick.
Again, it's back to that. You got to hustle. You can't just sit around and wait for it to come to you. It's not going to happen. I mean, it might, right? Somebody will reach out to you if it's just lucky, but you really got to pound the
you got to be on the front edge right now.
Yeah, I've had DJs reach out to me saying, hey, I don't want to do this party. Can you DJ for this birthday party on Zoom? And I was like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You mean I don't have to put on pants and I can stand here in my kitchen and DJ and they're going to pay me?
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds like a deal.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, we sure appreciate you guys joining us. I know I reached out to both of you really last minute. I follow you both on social media and seeing that you were having some success. And so on behalf of AGI Pro DJ and Ty and myself, we sure appreciate you helping us out.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you
appreciate
too.
it.
Oh, and so Lance, I'm going to kick you so you can go back and play with your cat. And we're going to talk to Steven a little bit about the Range 70 and his first impressions.
Sure.
Cool. Thanks, Lance.
Later, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Peace.
All right, let's talk about that legendary mixer.
Yeah. So you were one of the lucky few, right?
Yeah. First, I think first batch. Yeah,
You were. Yep.
yeah.
Definitely.
I put in the pre-order and then yeah, it came in. Where do you want to start with it? Just
I don't know. How about a first impression?
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful mixer. So I also got first batch Rain 72.
Yeah.
So that thing was when that was announced and shown, that screen being on there, other than the one that Heward had designed himself, that was kind of like that was the selling point right there. That screen.
Mm-hmm. The Invader, is that what his was?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Invader.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how that got pushed, or if
Yeah.
it got pushed back or not even distributed. I never saw anybody.
That was just kind of a.
It was kind of a show off,
he
right?
and Jesse, built that in their cave.
Yeah.
It's amazing, right? But
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, I think Pioneer kind of went forward with the whole controller and not having to have a Mac or PC or whatever within. Yeah. But yeah, so the 72 was awesome because of the screen. And then, of course, going through like 3 or 4 versions of firmware updates, it just kept crapping out on a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of a letdown. So when the 70 came, not having that big old screen to kind of just throw you off was just awesome. Right out the box, I think Serato had released a software upgrade to Serato. So to 2.3.3 was actually the day before I got the 70. So as soon as I upgraded that, plugged in the 70, it's good to go. And I haven't had any trouble with it since. It's just been perfect.
And you like the little subtle tweaks that they did to it? I know that's it's the layout's really familiar from a 72, but I know they added instant doubles.
Instant double, yeah. They have the silent queue feature. I have it over there in the back, but yeah. So the instant double I thought was pretty nice, especially do a lot of routine work. Instant double would be really cool there if you just needed a hop from left to right channel. I guess I was used to just doing the toggle, the double press on the toggle and doing instant double that way, which that feature is still available. But just having a designated button for it's pretty cool. I've actually also kind of messed around with the MIDI mapping on it. So I've been able to adjust that instant double button to something else. Silent queue is definitely a must if you're rolling with the Rain 12s, just because.
So explain silent queue to anybody who doesn't know what it is, because I had to go look it up. I had no idea what it was.
Yeah, so silent queue basically it's I'll just say it just mutes the track, so it allows the track to continuously play, but it allows a signal, I guess, if you will. So signal continues and there's no audio playing at all. So if you're gonna do anything like tone play, where you're gonna go tone play from your left channel and then you go into the new track on your right, you would silent queue the right channel, so that way as soon as you hit your first, second, third, or fourth cue to bring in that track, it just
the audio comes through.
Yeah.
Right on.
So the way I used to do it before with the 12 was I would actually take my last cue and I would put it at the very end of the track where it was completely blank. The only thing is on the Rain 12s, if you allow that to continuously play, the 12 will stop because there's no signal. So you'd have to press start again. So if you're going to do like something like quick as a routine, you need to keep that in your mind. But if you're running with like the phase, or if you're running with needles on turntable, you can just let the turntable run and it'll continuously go. And then you can bring it that way. So just kind of having that silent queue as a feature on the mixer is pretty dope.
Yeah. What's your favorite feature of the 70?
I guess really just the layout. Like that thing is that when you DJ at bars and clubs where they have kind of like a given setup, it's always an S9. And I just do not like the S9. I don't like the way the effects sound. I don't like the parameters on it. I don't know. I'm just not used to it, I guess. But I've been using it for a little bit. And just I feel comfortable with the 70. Like just the layout, just everything's perfectly where it needs to be. I know when Craze, I think, was one of the first to release the pictures on it, everybody kind of thought it was a joke. It did look really like compact, like really cluttered, and it's not at all. It's perfect. Yeah,
just so in case you're wondering, the chassis is the same size as the 72, and so you have all that extra real estate that the screen took up. So how could it be cluttered, right?
Yeah, exactly. I guess it was more just the picture. I don't know, maybe the picture wasn't like the resolution wasn't right on it or something, as it did not look like that out of the box. Everything was just perfectly laid out.
Right on. So if you do have a Rain 70 on pre-order with us, the update we got from InMusic this week was late July, which is awful. But I don't know if you look around in the world, the whole universe is on fire right now, and so these are all COVID-19 related delays. It's completely out of our control. It's completely out of InMusic's control. So late July on the next round of Rain 70s. So we're taking zero money down pre-orders. You don't have to put any cash down with us. We don't charge a card until it's ready to ship. We make it really super easy. It's like literally zero risk whatsoever. So if you're looking to pick one up, you can wait till late July. Hit us up. We're doing zero money down pre-orders. So
do it. Yeah, definitely. I recommend everybody do it. Just wanted to AGI Pro DJ's horn because I've been ordering everything from y'all. So
right on.
That's that's why I ordered that one. Ordered 72. I think I got both Rain 12s from y'all.
Right on.
Cases, everything comes from y'all. The one question I will kind of add that a lot of DJs will ask me is that may have the 72 is the 70 an upgrade. I don't really see it as an upgrade because the 72 does have a lot more functionality. For example, effects on the 72, you can actually stack. If you really felt the need to, maybe production wise, you can stack up to 8 effects per channel.
Side chain them.
So the 70, unfortunately, you can only do 3 at a time, and that's per channel. So there's that difference there. Of course, having the screen functionality in the 72, it's not only just doesn't look pretty. There's a lot of work you can do on it too. So I would kind of see it as, with the price point that the 70 is, it's definitely worth having if you don't have this 72. If you want to keep the 72 back in the studio, like what I'm going to do, and use that production wise, then the 70 is something really good to jump on and use as a typical bar and club kind of mixer.
So the 70 is going to be your workhorse?
Yeah, that's what's I'm gonna push that on.
And it sounds like you clearly like it over an S9 for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can work on an S9. It's just like Jason right now on Facebook. He's like, Pioneer effects are horrible. They are. I don't know what it is. I mean, I have a DDJ SRT 1000 also, which is a great controller.
Yep.
And I can work with the effects, but I don't know, when you're basing a club or bar of 150, 200 people, you can kind of tell if you're transitioning with effects from a Pioneer versus a Rain. It just seems cleaner for some reason.
Well, knowing the roots of the company, and I'd never say anything bad about Pioneer ever, that Rain has always prided themselves on audio quality. And if you talk to people that truly understand the gain structuring and the signal path inside of a Rain mixer, they do things differently than anybody else does. They do it from a true, superior audiophile signal path, and the DAC that's inside of the 70 and the 72 is the same DAC that's inside the MP 2015, which is a super high quality audio card. So they definitely put high quality components inside of a DJ mixer, which a lot of places don't do that. So.
Yeah, and then I have a kind of a quick review of the Rain 70 on my YouTube, and I kind of opened up the fader and showed what the tension fader was, because I know a lot of DJs had asked that. Kind of hard to explain. It's easier for you to see it, but if you've already seen it, but for other DJs that may not know, it's more just like I don't know if it's foam. I guess it's kind of like a foam material, and it's a board that just, when you tighten the screw, it goes forward and it presses a little bit of, friction on the fader. And then it comes back. And then Kevin and I were actually discussing that. What about over time? Like, will that foam kind of, I guess compress itself? I guess we really won't know unless we kind of like mess with it more and leave it there, depending on how much tension you put on it. But it
check back in a year. Yeah,
it's definitely smart. I would have liked to see the tension fader on the 72, but I have an inner fader on the 72, so it's kind of stays like that. It doesn't need to adjust at all.
Yep. Kevin, can we put a link to his video in the comments when we're done with the stream? Yankee says yes.
Okay, awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
What else? Well, that's exciting. I'm glad you like the mixer. I'm glad it sounds like your first impressions are solid. We haven't had anybody complain about it, and everybody just wants one at this point. The first shipment was definitely smaller than we had hoped and what we'd expected, and then now we've got coronavirus pandemic and supply chain issues and late July. So again, things will get back to normal sooner than later, I hope.
Yeah, and I guess for some DJs out there that are maybe kind of just waiting patiently for it, I guess you can kind of see it as a blessing too. Kind of save up a little bit. Not a lot of people are getting that source of income like we were before. So, just to save up a little bit for it and use that money for something else.
Check on a new mixer.
The other thing too that came up in some conversations was not that with the limited amount that are in the wild right now, so to speak. It's not like you're beta testing it, but they're definitely, they're wanting the feedback. Like Rain wants to know, like, is something haywire? Like, the way that their service right now. I don't know if anybody's had to reach out to them, but their service has been fantastic, and they want the feedback. They want the information. So if there's something that's even remotely questionable on your 70. Make sure you talk to them about it.
Yeah, and I would recommend that to some of the DJs that might be watching, because I kind of tagged us in a little Rain group that we're in, that they were mentioning an awkward click within the crossfader, and I mean, I don't see anything with an awkward click on mine, but it could be with any of the machines that were pushed out. So I've worked with Rain with sending them my first batch 72, and they sent me a brand new one. Took a couple weeks, but it's perfect now. So
we have one customer out of all the ones we shipped that he has the headphone jack. If he uses a 1/4 inch, he's fine, but if he uses the mini jack, it has a like half channel short in it. So, but right now there's not one to get him swapped, so he's just got to live with the big boy headphone jack.
Yeah, I didn't even check mine. I'm gonna go check mine now. But yeah, no, it's a great mixer. I would recommend for any DJ that doesn't want to use the S9, 70 is the way to go.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right, Kevin, anything else for Steven?
I don't think so. Just again, truly appreciate you joining us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your insight.
Of course.
And if anything else comes up, we'll reach back out.
Yeah, definitely.
Get a hold of Steven. It's DJ Ammunition all the way across the board.
Hang on, let's see.
Pop it up, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Clickety click. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
DJ Ammunition.
All the good stuff.
Live on Twitch. Make sure you follow him. Follow his live streams. And that's your current Facebook, right?
Yeah,
That's holding for now.
That one's holding for the longest. So that one I'll be on it for a little bit.
And are you going live on Twitch regular? Like, do you have a schedule of when you're going?
I was doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but I realized that it was harder to get people to watch on Monday, Wednesday. So Fridays, every Friday, 10 p.m. I'm actually jumping from Twitch. I did Mixcloud Live, which is pretty good. It's just really buggy, really laggy. Yeah. And then I've also kind of implemented it onto my own personal website. But yeah, Twitch Fridays, 10 p.m. Central Standard.
Central, perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool, man. All right.
Cool. Thank you guys for having me.
Appreciate it.
See y'all later.
See ya.
All right.
Chris Dudley was asking about best DMX lighting. Can you do you want to have Chris just hit you up tomorrow, Kevin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure what the best DMX lights to buy, and I don't know what you're trying to accomplish, but
yeah, get a hold of us tomorrow, and we'll get you taken care of for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You want to talk about wireless real quick?
Yep, for sure. So we touched earlier on, Rhino, and we'll get Rhino back on the show to talk about his drive-by DJ, because that was super cool and the coverage he got. But he used our Sennheiser wireless speaker systems. There are thousands of DJs out there that have bought these systems from us. They are not the cheapest systems, but we feel very strongly that they are some of the best systems. From a reliability standpoint, from a clear audio standpoint, from
From a
ease of use
portability.
standpoint and portability. And honestly, I mean, they last forever. So look at a couple different boxes. There's obviously the XS Digital stuff, and Nick Spinelli from Wedding DJ Tips did a really cool video for us at the NAMM show. XS Digital is a single point-to-point digital wireless solution, sub $300, and these do a really fantastic job. They're digital, so they're point-to-point, so it's one send, one receive. If you own any of our body pack versions, you'll know that it's you can do a single transmitter and then multiple receivers, kind of like a radio station. So these are a little bit different, but you know they're micro small. They see if I can get one out. They're super small actually. So they are, I mean, the size of my head, right? So they are probably 5.5, 6 inches wide. They plug right in. They've got XLR on both ends. So this is a super easy to use, economical point-to-point solution that you can just keep in a little bag in your DJ bag and have it available in case you need something in a pinch. This is the EW112Ps. These are the 100 series. We sold thousands of those. They're on sale right now, $50 off a set. You can buy 2 of them and end up with 2 transmitters, 2 receivers. That'll give you a stereo option. It's right there on the screen. So those probably are best sellers. You can also do a wireless speaker system 1, which is 1 transmitter, 1 receiver. And you can add on as many receivers as you'd like. So that's also something that is available. In-ear monitors are another option, which will give you a stereo send and stereo receive. So this is the Sennheiser Evolution G4 in-ear monitor system. Those guys like that.
The nice thing about those is the nice thing about the IEM systems is if you're doing an install or like a portable rack solution, that's maybe even like a ceremony drop box. So you've got like a wireless channel in, you've got a mic mixer, and then you got an IEM for a send, and you're using some battery-powered speakers. You've got one source wireless signal all the way around, and you're good to go.
Yep, and they're rack mountable, which is
they're rack mountable.
Yep, for sure. And then the last piece that we have not done a review on, but we are going to be testing these next week, Kevin? I think
we've got some time next week to work on these.
So these, this is the 500 series. So it is a much wider bandwidth.
I believe it's 75 megahertz.
So it's actually 88 megahertz.
88, okay.
88 megahertz bandwidth. So 32 full channels. So you have a lot of options for available channels. There's a lot of locations in the U.S. that have some really jammed up UHF, really dense population areas for sure struggle. DC is pretty bad. Chicago's pretty bad. LA's got some tough spots. New York, Houston. Manhattan, Houston, San Antonio. So anywhere that's a really popular, dense population area has some struggles, but they've opened up some wireless bands available. The 500 series are nice because they're more power and they are a wider frequency band, so they give you more channels available and then more power to get a stronger signal at a longer distance.
Well, yeah, which translates to longer range.
Yep, longer range. That's the 500 series. We'll have those up as basically our wireless speaker system Pro
or high output, something like that.
Pro, HO, something like that. So, wireless speaker systems. Let's get that off the screen.
So I just posted if anybody had any questions or anything else. I know there's a comment from Facebook. Andrew Bell picked up the Nick Spinelli little wireless things for short range, close proximity.
Yep.
A little cocktail monitor, or I think it's a great solution.
Yep. Just wireless audio in a pinch, pretty much.
Exactly, and battery on both end. I don't know what the real world application battery expectancy is going to be on that.
I thought Nick said he got like 4.5 hours.
Yeah, and that
on a full
seems
charge.
plausible to me. Like I think 4 hours is probably the max of what is realistic to expect.
Couldn't you just get one of the little battery packs and plug them in? Will they run and charge? That'd be interesting to test.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that, but yeah,
Yeah.
you could do a little
A little
juice
anchor,
box.
anchor battery pack. For sure.
Yeah.
Giveaway. Do you have a link to put up for the giveaway?
Oh yeah, I do.
So we extended our RCF giveaway because we really didn't want to pick a winner right in the middle of a pandemic when all the guys that were going to win the speakers would be shut down and have absolutely no use for them whatsoever. So we've extended it out to, where'd you put it to, Kevin?
It's 6 days. So we draw on the 6th, announce on the 7th. So
Okay.
it's coming up next week.
Yep. So if you haven't entered yet, just go to agiprodj.com. The little hello bar up in the top, there's a giveaway link. Just click on that. No purchase necessary. And you can enter to win a pair of RCF HD15A powered speakers.
It is limited to the U.S. only.
Correct.
And must be 18 or older to win.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
Kevin, tell us about what is going on next week.
So after hours show will be Thursday nights around 5 p.m., a little after. We're excited that we've got Darren Fields, who is best known for his Show Express Tutor series on YouTube. He recently introduced a collection called Imagine, which is basically a complete masterclass. It is something that you purchase, but he's going to have some special offers for that with us. And I'm working with Chavez to have a prize to give away that night in conjunction with the Show Express kind of masterclass. And I'm not exactly sure what we're going to walk through, but we're going to show some of the elements of.
It's kind of a Show Express primer. Like here's a
Yeah,
top-down look at Show Express, and get in touch with Darren and check out his masterclass to learn more in depth.
Exactly.
Andrew Bell did mention that he used the little point-to-point Sennheisers for 3 hours, and they did work in charge mode, which is super cool. Thanks, Andrew.
Excellent. That's great. And then last thing, if you're interested in Serato Studio, we do have a Serato Studio product spotlight in the works. If you caught the very beginning of this show, the intro timer had a beat that was created on Serato Studio last night by me around 1:30 in the morning. And it was much simpler than I thought it was going to be. And I had a lot of fun, but it was sort of that I had to sort of stop because it was late and I was ready to go to sleep. But we're going to get Mr. Sonny James is going to do a little class, if you will, a little walkthrough on how to do some DJ edits using Serato Studio. And there will be opportunity to win free Serato Studio licenses during that show.
5 of them, correct?
Shh, don't say that yet.
Oh, it's 10 of them.
I don't think I wanted, and we're not giving away icons or white vinyl. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, so don't even ask. So, but yeah, there will be opportunities to win licenses for Serato software.
Yeah, Serato Studio. And then speaking of Serato right now, if you are still looking to purchase a Denon Prime 4, there is an opportunity to get a full Serato DJ suite. So obviously Engine Prime is meant to run on its own independently, but the Prime 4 is the only controller that is in the Prime family that's standalone, but also has a controller mode. And we partnered with our friends at Serato to offer a free Serato DJ suite when you purchase a Prime 4 through the website.
Cool. It's worth $300, which is the deal.
It is worth.
And then are we still doing the sound suite? There we go. Yep. So if you buy a Prime 2 between now and June 1st, about 32 days, you do get a free sound switch micro interface also.
Yep. And I just confirmed that we got more Prime 2s inbound. So those will be arriving, I think, Monday. So I mean, there's still some here, but we've got more coming. So, and then Prime Go is still a little ways out. We're talking about pre-orders on that.
And then just so people are aware, we have brought in a couple of products specifically to assist DJs and people looking to do live streaming.
Absolutely.
So, we do have a live stream category on the website. We've got M Audio 192 interfaces. It's super economical. They're like $109. We've got Marantz USB mics, a little kit that comes with a boom.
Yeah, the podcast mics. That's super economical. So, like, if you're looking for getting into podcasting, and even if it's you and another person, you podcasting with your wife, a boom mic, and they're like under $40, I think,
Yep.
For a really nice entry level USB mic. But yeah, and then also if you saw Nick Spinelli's DJ Wedding Tips video this week, he's doing a video with the RCF F10XR mixer, which is a great tool for live streaming. We've got those in stock and more coming. So a lot of guys are trying to figure out how to live stream and how to get the audio out of their controller or their mixer. Honestly, the best way is to use an external device, whether it be an audio interface that's like a little 2-channel sound card, or one of these mixers with multi-channel and USB 2-in. They've been fantastic. And if you have questions on that, we're happy to kind of walk you through what's available, what we have on hand. So yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
Sweet.
That's all I got.
Okay.
So huge thanks to DJ Elements, to Lance in the Bay Area for joining us, and then DJ Ammo in San Antonio. Both of you guys, thank you so much for joining the live stream, and really appreciate everybody's comments. Chris Dudley, if you're still watching, reach out to us tomorrow. We'll talk DMX lights with you. Thanks everybody for your comments. Andrew, thanks for answering a couple of questions that were pertinent on the Sennheiser wireless stuff. And thank you everybody for watching AGI Pro DJ After Hours. We will see you next Thursday at about 5:15 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Be safe, be well, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.